Come on, crazy one. I don't know what I'm coming over here for. In. Good job. Give me a second. Now, just because I took the equipment off doesn't mean she can come out. And she knows that. We don't use that crate at all. Obviously, I'm not closing up right now all the way. She's confused because she doesn't understand why she's in there. And this is our emergency crates. Well, that's travel crate on the top, but this is emergency crate that just stays here in case we gotta separate somebody or some dog jumped the fence or anything. So, and that is what I'm waiting for until she relaxes. Now, again, you saw her in her craziness. She still have to behave just this way. Those are manners. You don't see me asking her for absolutely anything, right? You don't see me asking her for anything. But if I open this up, she still has to listen. Two hands here. So, 1 second. Yeah, that's me. I can never get it right. Door is open. I don't have to be over there. And she's not trying to come out. Now again, I don't have to reinforce it, but I will reinforce it because I need you to reinforce it when she gets home. And don't be stingy. You're not gonna do this every time. She doesn't need that, but in the beginning, you should be nice. Now you can either come up and tap her, or you can say it from here. You have it two ways, but you gotta release her. Okay. Good job. Good job, girl. Good job, girl. Yeah, you are. Good job, baby girl. I'm happy too. Yes, you are lovely. Good girl. Good girl. Good job. Oh, kisses. So many kisses. Good job. Please. Good girl. That's a good girl. I'm gonna go behind all this, and I'm gonna make your dog bigger. Now remember, place only means that she has to be on that spot the whole time that you're putting her there. It doesn't mean that she needs to be DOWN or CIT or anything. She can be doing whatever the heck she wants. She could be standing, she could be chewing on her toy, she could do anything that she wants. The only thing that she cannot do is leave her spot. Sorry for all this. That thing she cannot do. Okay, so as of right now, she is that far away from me, and I'm completely not. There's also Amanda over there. So I don't do a long videos because we have a 5-minute video that we're gonna do as far as the longevity, but she can do up to 40 minutes on that place without distractions, and about, as of right now, 10 to 15 minutes with distractions. That's the end result. Now, this is not what you're doing right away. You are doing about a minute and 2 minutes and maybe 3 minutes, and then you're gonna get to the 40 minutes probably in the end of 10 days or so. I'm gonna start walking toward her. I can't be walking and doing all this, so meaning that I can't be doing on a Zoom, so I gotta walk that way. But just remember one thing: the dog is not supposed to, because people love to micromanage. The only micromanaging command here would be down, but it wouldn't be the place. So also, yes, I came up, yes, it was long, yes, I reinforced, but what I didn't do is release her right away. Because you can become so predictable that when you come up and you immediately release her. Now, does she also need the treats all the time? No, absolutely not. But these videos are your homework, so meaning that that's what you should be doing in the beginning. She is not depending on the treats by any means, but treats would be nice for you to use in the beginning while you're building your relationship with the dog. So that's basically all that is. And again, she can move, she can lay down comfortably, she can do whatever she wants until I actually release her. Okay, good job. Very good girl. Yes. Good job. Very good. Okay. Good job. Let's go. Don't block me. Let's go. Place. Good girl. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Good job. Good job. Place. Perfect. You cute. Okay. Good girl. Very nice. Okay, place. Excellent. Now, she doesn't have to sit at all. She just needs to be here. But okay. But sitting or down is a more stable position. So that's good girl. Please. See, I'm happy just with that. And if she sits, it's great. But she doesn't have to. And she now knows that. That was one of the toughest behaviors for me to undo, because I think somebody taught her that before their own way. And we'll talk about this, but it took her a very hard time to figure it out, you know, the right way to do it. And that's just, I actually had problems with that a lot. So like everything new, she was very, very eager to learn, but she had a big hiccups on everything that she kind of knew previously and been taught. So that tells me that you worked really hard on the very wrong information that you've been given, but you worked really hard with her. So I know that you're going to succeed massively. Okay. Now you see how I just stood there and didn't do anything? Well, because you kind of need to, you know, constantly, place. Good job. Switch up with her. She's too smart for her own good. Very good. Very, very good. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Good job. Let's go. She doesn't have to. Come on. Come. Good. You got stuck there? You got stuck there, girl? Very good. Please. Perfect. Now, I'm giving her treats every time here. And the reason for that is because these videos are for you to watch and do exactly how it is when you get the dog. She doesn't need the treats at all anymore, and you will see it. And that was a good choice on her part. She got distracted, but then she got down and she sat right down. I'm going to turn away. I'm going to talk about other things. Okay. Please. And sometimes I just do silly things, but that's those silly things keeping her brain constantly engaged. Okay. Good girl. That's a girl. Where are you? That's all. We done. We done. All right. So when you travel with her, make sure she is, well, we'll talk about how you travel, how is your particular case, but I want you to see that she's all strapped in as far as the travel goes, okay? And just because I touch it or whatever it is, she can't get out. She doesn't allow to rush anything, rush me at the door. This is how she is supposed to get out. If she gets out by pushing you, you pretty much lost the dog already. So this is your first battle, and if you do that, then you're never gonna have her, you know, running all over the place and doing whatever it is that, you know, she is not capable of predicting where she is. She's never been here, so we'll see how she's gonna do in this place. Okay, good job, good girl, good job. Come here. Perfect. She lay down all by herself here. Now, right now, it's not a hot weather, but if it is a hot weather, I would not ask the dog to lay down, but if she does it herself, just move it quickly, because, you know, sometimes it's hot here. So let me close everything. And I am going to reinforce her. And when you go anywhere with her, don't be stingy reinforcing. You see that I'm giving her a handful. Sometimes when I take her in a very busy place or some other place that she's never been, good job, good girl, I am actually feeding her a whole diet in that place, and that doors might scare her a little bit, not much. Good job. And I'm gonna stop and let her, with a good girl, and let her relax the second she walked in, and forget about the scary door. Good job. She can look around, she can do whatever it is, but she has to be right here. You see how I'm holding it? And that's where she should be at all times. And I'm gonna make a full circle because there's something very interesting over here. Good job. And look at her, perfect girl. Look at all these chickies. Oh yeah, you've seen them, huh? Are they cute? I think they're delicious. That's what you think, huh? Oh, well, your dog. So, the fact that she is here, seeing them, but not advancing anywhere, not doing anything, I am reinforcing her. You saw how much. Again, don't be stingy because your initial success depends on it. People here and there. Stay. There's all this food right here. She can smell it, but she's very good. You see how I'm holding this leash? It was barely between two fingers. That's not how you're gonna hold it in the beginning because you're not gonna be confident. But the second you're confident, that's how that's gonna be going. Perfect. And again, she can look as long as when I'm starting to turn, she turns with me. And if I drop that leash and I'm walking away this way, she gotta stay.
Now, do you need to give her those treats? No, you don't, but you'll get better results with it, especially in the beginning. For the place that she's never been, this is excellent. And we have some people here. She saw some. That door is, I thought it's gonna actually scare her more, but she's trusting now hell of a much more. She didn't even pay attention to it, which is, I'm very much impressed. Again, today is overcast, so, and it's been raining, so I am letting her lie down like that. I don't mind this, but again, judge it yourself. Because sometimes I don't make this happening, and there's a cars passing by. Perfect. Perfect girl. Perfect girl. Okay. Good job. Come on. Come on. Yay, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Good girl. That's my baby. It's a hot car. I know. It's a hot car. But you're the best. Good job. You're the best. So, if you are, like I said in the beginning, you're going to have it all strapped in. I'm not going to keep her in a hot car for too long without air conditioner. So, I am going to stop talking to you and let her go. Very funny. You are very funny. Perfect. So, don't care what kind of attitude she's in. See how happy she is? And it was absolutely crazy zoomies. But she did not cross the line. Now, the line, I'm going to reinforce her just so you can see where I should be reinforcing her, because that's what you should be doing. She doesn't need it right now, but this video is for you. So from point of this to here, that's an invisible line. Now she knows this line. So I can go right through this gate, and I'm going to absolutely get her to stay behind this line. So I'm gonna go even further, and yeah, we got the chickens in there too, and she's pretty good. That's why the gate is here. Very good. So I'm just showing you that she's capable of that direction. Okay. And she's off the races. So doesn't matter what her mental state is, she's still gonna listen. Good job. Good girl. Very good. Very good girl. Perfect. 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 Perfect girl. Perfect. Very good. Now her feet, back feet usually are okay, but you're gonna look at them, please. Just scratch her, see if she turns on the side. There you go. Perfect. And you don't have to pick it up or anything. Just kind of look if they're okay. Because they normally are okay. I think there's a 1 or 2 you can clip over there, from what I can see. Now we do this so you don't have to get somebody else to do this, because sometimes, good job. Sometimes what happens, that foot is okay, I think.
Except for this one.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay.
So we always do this for you in order for you to clip it yourself, because a lot of times they get bad experiences, and those bad experiences are costing your dogs ability to have later on clip those nails. You know what? That little too big right here. Right here, a little too big. Go ahead. Yeah, that's a little too big, so cut it up if you can. Thank you, that would be nice. That's nice. Okay, wonderful. All right, so now we're gonna go into, we would strongly suggest you to do, because she doesn't really need a grooming that much, but we need to look at the eyes, ears, and mouth in order for us to be able to see, and prepare her if we ever need to medicate her or do anything with it. So we absolutely think that you should be doing that about maybe once a week, because that will really prepare her for any kind of future. You're so cute. For any kind of future, medication if she needs it ever. Go ahead, Amanda. Now, why are we doing this on the downstay? Because what you're reinforcing is a cooperation, and make sure that you see everything and stop moving that much. So look at it and stop moving that much. Good. Same with another ear, please. So if you have to do anything to her, you will be able to, because you are desensitizing her to all this process. Okay, and eyes. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. And I always let Amanda do that, because that way it shows that she's allowed, not just to me, but also to everybody else to, to watch her. And let's try that. Teeth are here. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. All right, so hopefully this makes sense, but this is needs to be done on a regular basis. Please don't ever sacrifice that time, because it will pay off for any kind of time you're gonna have to medicate her, anytime in life. I mean, we're hoping that you're never gonna have to medicate her, but if you do, that will save you a lot of headache, instead of trying to, do this later when you need it. Perfect. You're perfect. Okay. No. Okay. Good job. Down. Good. She is very dramatic about this, but okay. Good job. Good job. You don't have to be that dramatic. No. Okay. Now I'm choosing this kind of setting. Good job. No, down. Because it's informal. So she's been very bad when she was informal this way before. So that's why I'm using it, more informal setting. And although I am telling her down, majority of the time I'm not. It's just right now I need to keep her in the same spot for the video. But I would not be doing the down with her at this point. No. So no means stop whatever you're doing right now. So in this case, and she is still happy and still everything, but she's very dramatic about this. She will do faces, she will leave, she will, yeah, you'll be dramatic. Okay, good job. So that's why we need to work on this all the time. That's reestablishing the position that no,
that everything is mine until I tell you that you can have it. That's basically what this is all about. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes, I'm sure. Yeah. Sorry. No. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, girl. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, baby. You good girl. And the more informal it is, then more she used to think that she can do no wrong. And that including like play biting, jump in and all that. No. So this is why we do this more informal. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. You're funny looking. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Yep. Very good. Okay. Yeah, it's a place leftover. Good baby. Yep. Excellent. So these paws, I mean, they're almost instinct, but they're still there. Okay, we'll talk about all this, and also please note how close she comes up to me. Yep. Excellent. Okay. Today is windy, so there's a lot of information on her nose. A lot. I'm not gonna call her right now. That's a good decision, so I'm gonna reinforce it without calling her. Yep. Perfect. Good. Good. Okay. Good girl. Good. Okay. Come. Very nice. Good girl. Very nice. Very good. Excellent girl. And sometimes you hold her for patience. Okay. There's a lot goes in her nose today. She's going to place. She's like, I like that one. I like that one very much. Come. Good girl. I know you were smelling. Good. Okay. Perfect. Come. Good baby. Make sure she's not jumping on you. And all her feet are on the ground. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So let me see here. Open just like that. She's not moving. This is the first thing we're gonna work on when she comes back home. This is really, really good. Now again, I love to tell my dog that I love it. So when it comes to manners, yes, you didn't ask her for it. She's doing it on her own. So think about that. It's actually more difficult than when somebody tells you to do something. All right, so I'm just gonna put that here. Now she got up when I took that, but she still didn't get out, didn't do anything, and she backed right away down. Yes, she's excited to come out, but she cut herself, and again, does not come out. Okay, it's perfect. Come on, girl. Good job. Come here. And that's, you cannot get it better. You just can't have it better. You can't have it better. So I am going to reinforce it. Now this thing can be hot, so I am not gonna spend any much time here. Reinforce her again. I mean, it's okay. Down. Good. And let's go. Now, the reason why I said to her down is because I didn't want her to get up on her own. She chose to lie down. She shouldn't get up on her own, but it could be hot. So in that case, all I did is just get her down again, just to make sure that we have no issues with that. And then up we go. Ain't gonna hurt anybody. This sets of doors. Hello. This sets of doors, we'll see. This is very tight space with the food and everything going. Good job. Oh, there's cat there. Let's go see the cat. Come on. Good job. And yeah, cat here. So she's distracted. She's looking for a cat. Cats are right here. And oh my God, you're adorable. Now she smells them. She can't see them, but they're obviously here. I'm gonna reinforce her for doing what she's supposed to be doing. And I don't think cats are gonna get down, so unless she's gonna look here. Oh my God, this is adorable. Oh, she saw him. Yes, she did. You saw that. And she's stuck in it. No, we can't stuck that. Good job. Now, stocking. If she's still doing it down, if she's doing okay, there's people that are very happy. This is very, very happy. Good job. Very good. Second one decided to wake up and she's doing great with that fact that she sees it. So I am very happy with this. let's go. I had to tell her let's go because I can kind of see that she's distracted. So I'm gonna help her out instead of correcting her. Here, same. There's a whole bunch of animals, rabbits, all that good stuff. She smells them, she can't see them. And there's a, oh, actually she sees them. Oh my God, she sees them because it's moving. Yes, it's moving. That's moving. Oh yeah, that's moving all over the place. I know. Again, she's controlling herself. That's all I care about. And there's birds next to it. She's watching. And they're jumping up and down too. Perfect girl. Let's go. So normally you don't see me telling her anything. I just stop or I just go. So down. Good. So extremely distracted by all of this. Everything is moving, everything is smelling. So I'm gonna do a couple more steps and I'm gonna do that. Now you see me not correcting her, but also not reinforcing her. I did not tell her anything except for the down. When she didn't go down, I waited for her. And now she's doing it without me telling her. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you reinforce that too. And that's perfect. She wants to see it, I understand, but that's the whole point, is she's coming with you. Oh my goodness. And down. Nope, down. That was the first correction that I've done because that was very exciting. This. Sorry, I had to restart the video. My phone, I turned off my phone by trying to do this. Instead, I did turn off the phone, so I don't restart and remake these videos. They're genuine. So, and I will keep them genuine for the rest of my business and career, because once you get on that, slippery slope of making everything perfect, then you're not gonna get any value. I want you to show you what she's actually is and what's normal and what's not good. So she sniffing the cats, but she comes back, that's all I can ask for. I mean, I can't ask her not to do this at all. So she can sniff, but as long as she goes with me, this is perfect. People passing by, everything is good. So in case this is hot here, because it's like black asphalt, all I'm just gonna do is I'm kind of gonna prevent her from, lying down by moving, and then I'm just gonna make it very quick. Okay, good job. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, let's go. Good job. And yes, going in a hot car, sometimes she needs encouragement, because nobody wants to go in a hot car, me either, me included. That's all. Second exercise makes her even more dramatic. And she creates this distance all by herself. Come here. Come on. Come here. Here. Done. Now, this is just for the video. Normally, of course, I wouldn't do that. But I want her and the food and this, everything in that. Because again, these kind of exercises, you don't want her on any kind of sit or down or any of that. Good job. The reason for that is because the more informal it is and harder it is. It's easy for her to be on the downstay and not touch it, but once she's free to move and do whatever, then it's much harder. And again, I only do this for the video purposes. That's about it. Now, as far as this goes, this can be anything, any kind of food that she's not supposed to have. I would actually, especially, you know, do this outside. Let's say if you have a chicken bones, I will put it there, because, you know, sometimes that's what the worst thing happens is somebody left, like, I don't know, fast food, chicken wings or something like that, and the dog finds it before you even, you know, see what the heck is she's doing. She's already swallowing them. So that's what I would set up on my front yard, backyard, anywhere where I have the opportunity, and then I will actually carry it on the walk. Good job. I will actually carry it on the walk and make sure that I'll drop it when my dog doesn't see it, walk my dog right next to it, and, you know, deal with that as it comes, because unless you know it's there, you're not going to be able to, you know, do the proper exercise. So set them up, work on this, or you're going to, you know, end up with a dog in the emergency room. So that's what we don't want. And she knows exactly it's there. She's just not going to be doing that. She's not going to be grabbing this. So I'm actually going to leave her here with all this stuff. And I am going to reinforce her. But she's not getting those things because we don't have a dogs that are, you know, eating garbage. I'm going to sit back here. And again, I'm just moving just to create a little more distraction, rich environment thing. So, and I would do that for the duration. Now, if you're doing anything in the room, in the one room for, I don't know, an hour, I will put something on the floor and I will make sure that as long as I'm supervising, and that could be even an hour, I'll make sure my dog doesn't go for it. So instead of put it away and make sure that she can't reach it, I will actually put it right in front of her and I will deal with that. So that's what's important. And periodically I would reinforce the dog, but that's I do for the most part for you to start with. Later on, there is no need to reinforce it as much. But when you are just creating your relationship, don't be stingy. That's all. Don't be stingy on anything. Not corrections, not praise, not everything. So you're creating a world for her in which those things are allowed and those things are preferred and those things are not allowed ever and never preferred, and she never gets away with anything. So that's the world you need to create for her. Now it's been created here, so all you're gonna do is create the world in your house. The dog already knows what the rules are. So once I come over and we set up your rules in there, all you're gonna do is just keep it up. And again, I am not giving her this, so I will pick it up, and she's not getting these ones. So that's important. Why? Because this is a sense of, there is a sense of losing, you know, the, like lost, a sense of forever losing this. So even though I took it all away, she's just fine, and I can give her different ones to reinforce her with, and now we just forgot all about that. Okay, now I don't know if you did before, like throwing the treats at her or for her to catch, or threw the treats around her for her to do whatever. So whatever you did with the treats, we need to discuss and we need to get rid of it, because she was dangerous when I got her here. And the dangerous in the sense that if she thinks that there was a treat flying, she'll snap at your hand, she will snap at whatever it is that was there. So we're gonna discuss what happened with the treats and how she's got there. So there might be not anything that you've been doing at all, but it might be something that actually has been created by you. So we need to figure that out, which is going to be no issues. Okay. All right. Well, that's all. Okay. So I gotta leave. So I gotta leave. And I'm going out. And I'm just going out. 1 second. Okay. And I don't know if you can see, but she's still right there. She's still right there. Can kind of see her. Sorry. She's still right there. Here we go. I'm actually gonna touch the car. Perfect. Very, very good. Very, very good. Very good. She's still right there. Good girl. Good girl. Not doing any of this. I'm gonna close it up. But if I want her to go with me, I'll do the same thing in the beginning. Okay. And off she goes. Perfect. Down. Good. Now you see what kind of mood she's in? Okay. Now it doesn't matter, you know, normally it shouldn't matter which mood you work in the dog in, but this is the best one. She's extremely defiant. She was raised thinking that she's got to think on her own. So everything is how she wants, how she likes. Everything about that is her choice. That's kind of how she's feeling about this. Now her whole perspective has changed. So I'm gonna hide behind these bushes and I'm gonna make your dog a little bigger. So this changed, all this changed during her work, staying here. So now she doesn't really think on her own, as she doesn't have a capacity to really think on her own, but she gotta follow the directions very well. So when you see her in that crazy mood where she just wants to run around and do what she wants to do, that's the time to put 1 or 2 training exercise this in. And you don't have to do much, but if you control her in this mood, that's all I want you to understand. If you control her in this kind of mood, you will control her all the time. Okay. Now, when I do these videos, usually is when they're at the peak at their craziness, you know, because I want to work a crazy dog. So she was out in the morning, and now she was out, you know, because she had a long nap. We did the grass cutting and whatever maintenance of the yard, and then when she comes up, she's full of energy. The first thing I'm gonna do is what you're seeing right now, is I'm going to put her on the downstay. Now the downstay can be you know, much harder on the dog than a place, because she kind of has to stay on the location. She can't be moving. She can't be you know, turning around, barking, sniffing, doing whatever the hell. Well, she can sniff, but there's, you know, she has to stay put. So it's much harder. Now this dog can do, with distractions, about 3 to 5 minutes. Without distractions, this dog can do up to 20 minutes on this thing. So that's not what you start with. We're going to talk about how you start and whatever, but that's your
That dog, this is a dog can do that. Okay, if she can do it with me, she can do it. That's your expectations. Now remember when I told you that I'm not going to be sending too many videos of the process. We're not going to discuss the process. Why? Because right now she's in the end of the process. There's no need anymore for any kind of gray areas. You're telling her, you see what she can do, and that is all that your expectations about her. So you are expecting her to do it because you know that she understands it and she has to do it for you. So this is a 5-minute downstay because nobody can really watch longer than this. I mean, you're probably already tired of watching this. Now this is how far she is at right now, and I'm gonna put her back in there in your view. Why am I doing it as furthest place and I'm doing it over there? Why? Because I want to make it as tough as I possibly can. Just as tough as you can in your backyard, just as tough of the area, because you gotta practice in the toughest environment, so any other environment will be easy peasy. So I'm gonna start walking back to her in about 30 seconds because we are pretty much done with that, with the 5 minutes. So I'm gonna be starting to walk. When I'm walking, I'm gonna put her in kind of sort of the normal this, because I really want you to, well, not to lose the quality of the video. So that is something that, now I'm not gonna try to make her calmer. What I'm trying to do is to harness that energy, do one exercise, then she can run around again. All I wanna make sure is that I can control her burst of energy. I can control her in her burst mindset, which she's in that mindset used to be a lot. Now she is a much better as far as her mindset. She can actually control herself. Now, I am not coming up right to her yet. I'm kind of sort of slowing down because I am pushing the dog. It's way past 5 minutes. I'm pushing the dog. Now I'm going to reinforce her. Okay, she did good. Still not going to release her yet. I don't want associations with this dog. I don't want her to think that every time I come back, I'm going to touch her in the head and I'm going to release her. I don't want her to think that. I want her not to expect anything. Just simply relax her mind and follow the directions I'm giving her. That is the only thing that I want from her. That's about all. So you can reinforce her many times. You don't have to reinforce her now. These videos are made specifically for you to start with. So we are starting with them. So that means that I want you to do these things when you first start with a dog. When I bring it, this is why you see a lot of treats involved. So yes, we will discuss all that, how you transition. But does she needs it? No, she doesn't. But I want you to use it a lot in the beginning because you gotta create a proper relationship and with this dog. And you know, basically, you need to be nice when you do that. That's all. Now, nice on reinforcement part, not on changing criteria part. So again, we'll discuss all that, but this is great. I am gonna reinforce her one more time. She's been very good. Okay. And then she can come back to her crazy. Okay. You can come back to your crazy. We can play. Yes, we can. Please. Good girl. Good job. Hi. Hi. Okay, I'm gonna reinforce her for doing that.
Oh, look at her. Oh, you're so adorable. Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Hi.
Very nice.
Hi.
Good job.
Hi. Oh, you're so adorable. Look at you, look at you. Oh, my goodness, yes. You're so adorable. You're so adorable.
Now, people have no business doing this to the dog. I'm just doing that and asking Amanda to do it just because you want to work like this between yourselves. So, but people who are just randomly coming in your house and your friends have no business tormenting the dog like that, okay? You just train it amongst yourself so you can get a better results. And in that case, it's not as hard as, you know, very good. Very, very, very good.
Oh, you're so adorable. You're so lovely. Oh, look at this girl. Look at this
Okay.
girl.
And try to come out and walk in again. Very good. Very good girl. So,
Hi. Hi.
that's excellent.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
Now she's not looking at her because she's trying not to make a mistake.
Hi.
So that's what she's trying to do.
Hi. Oh, yes. Oh, look at you. Oh. Hi. Hi, girly girl. Oh,
And you can go. All right. So between the person is went into the house and, you know, you releasing her, there should be enough time for her to completely calm down and forget about that person that is, you know, new. So pretty much get used to that. I'm gonna reinforce her again because she's been a very, very good girl. So we just drove from the park. That's why she's in the harness. So anyway, what I would like to remind you here that this dog can do anything it wants on the place. It doesn't have to be on the down, and you cannot correct her for anything except being off the place, right? So she can jump up, she can do whatever the heck she wants, she can turn around, she can bark. All of these things are acceptable as long as she's staying on that place put. So the only time this dog is going to be corrected by any means, it's if she leaves that spot, okay? Because people micromanage this down and it's really hard on the dog. Now, she prefers to just lie down on this, you know, place and everything. And we put the towel there because it was nasty and disgusting outside of, and we were running. So yeah, we were all dirty. So anyway, but you just have to absolutely remember that when she comes home, right, until you have this results on each other. So one of you is home, your kids came home, you know, your spouse came home, whatever it is. So as long as you can control that, that's when you're gonna start with the actual people that, you know, willing to help you. Another thing is there are people that not willing to help you, meaning that they're going to torment the dog, meaning that they're going to drag it off the place. I mean, and be very negative in regards of you working with your dog around them. In these cases, don't work with the dog. Instead, put it in the crate and don't let these people be involved in that. So you can release the dog from a crate later when everybody is already accustomed to everybody and all the things are good. So this is not where you start, this is where you finish. But you start what Amanda did and got her extremely excited in the beginning. This is where you start with your family members and everybody who is willing to help you as far as friends and family goes. Okay, so, but just remember, I see so many people that they're telling the dog to place, but what they do is every time she either turns around or jumps up or start barking, you are starting to correct this dog on the place. Place is, you know, zone that is, she can do no wrong at. Because once you start micromanaging it, she's going to hate it. Because it's not going to be clear what I cannot do. So she can absolutely do whatever she wants on it. And that is gotta be her, you know, safety spot. So yes, she can bark. Yes, she can jump up. Yes, she can do whatever. So for example, person entered her space, get on the place with her and she jumps on them. Don't correct her. Now, the only time is if she follows a person away, that's the only time she gets corrected because she's off the place. So this is something I say this in every video when we're doing place, and I say that in person a billion times. And for some reason, when I see the dogs later, or I see people later, it's never for some reason goes through the head. So the only time you're correcting her for not staying DOWN, it's when you actually tell her to be on DOWN. And that should be outside of the place. Very good. She is absolutely fantastic. So it's been enough time for everybody to calm down when you have a visitor, and then you're going to be releasing your dog if that's what you want. Okay. Okay, come on. Come on. Good job. Let's go. Oh, that's what you want to do? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Treats are good, huh? Down. Good. Okay. Come on. He's a baby. Down. Good. Perfect. Okay. Go on. Uh-oh, big lizard. You haven't seen it. No, you did not. You didn't see the lizard. Down. Perfect. Now you always need to kind of sort of, change a little bit all the time. You saw me right away coming up to her and reinforcing her, and now I just deleted, I wasn't as fast. So I delayed my reinforcement. I also delayed releasing her right away. So all of these has to be constantly changed. Now, she doesn't need to be reinforced all the time at all, but because those videos are made specifically for you to, act upon when you just get her, that's the reason why I'm reinforcing, because I want you to see it and I want you to reinforce her every single time when you just start with her. Nope, down. Good. So that's why I am doing these things with you. And now, since she is trying to move from that, but she listened, so I didn't have to correct her or anything, but she listened. So in this case, I'm gonna wait a much longer, because, and that might be a treat here because we did have a group class here a couple hours ago, so that might be why she's smelling something, but it doesn't matter. Treats and no treats. So now I'm gonna reinforce her because she's been a very good girl, and again, she doesn't have to be reinforced. Come on. Okay. Okay. Good job. Good job. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. I don't know where she is. Okay, here we go. Come on, girl. Come on, girlie. Come on. Let's go. Down. Very good. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now, she's a Florida dog, so yes, it's hot, but we can still work for as much as I'm right now doing the video. So the video is going right now. It's 4 minutes. Down. Good girl. So she can work, anybody can work, you know, for that amount of time. So I am not going to let her choose the shady spots or anything else. Even though she would prefer it, I will still not allow her, because again, in the rain, in the sun like this, whatever that is, dog can still work 5 minutes, because again, she is a Florida girl. She is raised here and she will be here. So we are not, you know, I'm not gonna work her for 2 hours on this kind of weather. But if I'm okay being here, she's okay being here, we all good. She can work for amount of this time. No worries. Okay. Because a lot of time people are making excuses and then really don't work the dog in the climate that they live. Uh-oh, personal time. Personal time. Personal time. Good. Good job. Down. It's too long. No, down. It's too long of the video. Good job. And we're gonna do one more time. Okay. Down. Good job. So that lying down thing with a twist is happening when she's close to you. And that's because this exercise is actually meant to be working away from you. And as you saw, you know, when she was going away, so this is a random down exercise. So I haven't even practiced it when she was very close to me. I didn't give her the commands on that, just because it's really never needed. It's always needed when it's further away, but she did it good anyway, and that's just the way it is. Okay, good, come on, good, and down. And this is without a circle. So you saw the first circle was like extreme, because she's like, what the heck is this, and why we're doing it this way. And the second thing, she's like, okay, well, all I need to do is DOWN, so I'm good. Good girl. She's a good girl. Hey, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. Okay, let's start the impulse control here. So no matter what this animal sees, and no matter how she feels about stuff, your job is to work with her on trusting your judgment versus trusting her own judgment. Okay, she will never understand this world, so she'll never understand what those noises are and whatever it is coming her way. But what she does need to do is she needs to make sure that she trusts your judgment with whatever it's coming on her. If you said to her to either heel or down or stay or whatever the heck it is you're telling her, that she needs to do what she's being told, and she's not gonna get hurt. Well, Amanda might drop a ball on her head. That did happen before, but accidentally. But she's not gonna get hurt or bodily injured, that's for sure. All right, so we do stuff that she doesn't like, and then we do stuff that she does like. So let's start with the stuff that she does not like. So this is for everything, like the vacuum, like the everything. So let's see, go ahead and start very gently, Amanda. And you see the lip link, and she put her head thing. She's like, what the heck is this? That's a toy, that thing that she's already saw once on the evaluation. So she's really doesn't really like that coming over, and you can see the whole body language and everything. But very good. Walk away, and then we're gonna actually do it one more time, a little more aggressively. So she's gonna have to trust you, okay? There's no other way for her to take this world. If you remember how freaky she was when she got to me, and I'm sure you had her, anything would freak her out for significant amount of times. I mean, she won't be relaxing for a very long time. But that's because she doesn't understand what's going on, and then she has nobody to rely on. So now she has somebody to rely on. Go ahead a little bit more aggressively. Still doesn't like it, but she survived that before. She's kind of sort of letting her just do it. You're good. Kind of sort of just letting her do it. And now don't be stingy on the reinforcement here, because not only the reinforcement but also attention and everything else when she is doing what you're asking her to do. So that's an absolutely imperative that you tell her something to do and she's not running around and trying to figure out what to do. Got it? Okay. So go ahead with stuff that she loves. Sorry, I have, I'm sorry, give me a second. Here we go. I'm trying to see. Now, just the way that she doesn't like stuff, when she likes stuff, if you told her to do something, go ahead, then she's still supposed to trust your judgment. That's right now, it's not a good time for that. And stop for a second, I'm gonna reinforce her. So it's not a right time to do it. Now, it could be because, you know, something is going on, but she's gotta, there's a playtime and then there's a work time. Go ahead. Can't believe she let the sushi go. Or that toy sushi here. Good job. That was a good one. Oh, you like that bone too. Yeah, you do. Perfect girl. Now you see how I also waiting to reinforce her in between and everything. This is a very, very smart dog. If you're going to do everything on the beat, she's going to assume it and she's gonna actually push you to do it faster. So that's why I'm not in a hurry with her at all. Just not at all. Not in a hurry with her. We're just doing our thing. I'm not in a hurry to let her go or anything. So just really not. Because she's already trying to see if she can go and reach for this little thingy bone because she got reinforced. But that's a no until I release her. And the way I release her is I'm going to tap her while saying okay. Now, if you have only one dog, I would absolutely recommend tapping her at the release. Well, even if you have two dogs, a lot of times it just makes the behavior more stable if you physically touch the dog before releasing it, versus just say a verbal release from far away, and then she's going to start to listen to your conversation and will try to, oh well, she said akahili or akatobi. So anytime you say okay in the conversation, the dog will pop up. So not a good thing. All right. And I am going to reinforce her again for staying. And then the end of it, I'm going to pet the dog. And okay. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. You are go play. All right. She is on the downstay. And just put her on the downstay here. So what this video is going to be about is the tolerance toward the other dogs that are running and doing everything, which we call the impulse control. You have the impulse control toward the objects and stuff that she likes, she doesn't like, and you also have an impulse control toward the dogs. Now that you can only achieve by giving a you know, working around other animals that are under control. So don't try to control her if the other dog is not controlled. Now, in my case, I obviously have a dog that I can't control off leash, and I am going to attempt to control both of them off leash. One is in a downstay, which is yours, and mine is right now over there. And I'm gonna call her and we're gonna try to work through all this. Umka. She's gonna come up here, and her job is to lie down and not pay attention. Around. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Good job. I am gonna go and heavily reinforce your dog. Now, she's a female, so she is not going to like too much other females as far, and she's not really socialized. So now she doesn't have to like anybody. She needs to have some friends, but she doesn't have to be necessarily overly eager to see anybody. The only thing that we're asking is that she's neutral toward these dogs or any dogs. That is all that you're training her to do, is to be neutral. She does not, again, have to be a social butterfly. She's not. And that's just the way some of the dogs are. Around. 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 Pass off. Pass off. Pass off. She doesn't like it that much. Pass off. When she barks. Chair. Perfect. Now, she didn't like it, but she stayed. Now I'm gonna reinforce my dog and I'm gonna come back to yours. So the fact is, we really don't care how she feels about it. She just needs to listen to what we have to say, okay? Because the feelings are gonna be different depending on who she's meeting and everything else. And she can't make decisions if she's gonna go see them or not. And obviously, like I said, besides her friends, I don't think she should be getting in contact with anybody. It's not safe in this world. Dogs are not trained to the point where they need to be trained for the most part. So you never know how they are going to be with her. And then your traumatic experience will increase the insecurity and break the trust between her and you. So I would just not recommend this whatsoever, especially for the dog like her. She got a lot of confidence to be around dogs here. She got a lot of confidence to be just walking through the crowd with the dogs. However, that is something that could be completely ruined if she gets a bad experience. And the other people's dogs are, for the most part, not nice. And I hate saying that, but it's true. They either bullies because they're going to doggy daycare, or they're going to, or they're already traumatized and will bite your dog. So not a big fan of any of that. So she needs to be neutral. And I'm just gonna show you your face because she is absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable girl. You are. You are. Who's adorable? Who is that, such an adorable little girl? Who is that adorable little thing? You are. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna reinforce her, and I'm gonna stop all this. So that's it. And again, Umka is neutral, so she's very neutral with her too, but by not knowing or just even trying to listen to people, you're not going to find out the reality of somebody else's dog.